Tonight on the show, we've got one of the stars of Peep Show, where you can hear what people are thinking. I wonder what my audience are thinking.
I should have gone to the toilet before the show started.
I'm going to the toilet now. I like cheese.
I wonder if I'll be able to pull the lady next to me.
I really hope that man doesn't talk to me.
I like ice cream as well.
Uh-oh. When's he going to say, let's start the show?
Now, let's start the show! And in return, I can tell you, we've got a real treat for you tonight. On the show, the global superstar that is Jennifer Lopez, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on this show. I know, Jennifer Lopez, right there, right there. Cricket legend and star of League of Their Own, Freddie Flintoff is here. Woo! Woo! Comedian, actor, all-round funny man, David Mitchell is on the show. Plus, we've got a real treat, a performance from my favourite new West End musical. The stars of Once are here, everybody. Now, honestly, I'm not saying I really, really love this musical. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's absolutely wonderful. It's a beautiful story about a busker who falls in love. It's based on a true story because, you know, buskers are such romantic figures, aren't they? Yeah. Got a smart hat. Hey, it's welcome back to David Mitchell. Now, I'll be talking to David about the big changes in his life, not least his very impressive new beard. Check that out. It's all the rage. Even Cliff Richard has been seen out with a rather unlikely beard. I say. Hey, a big welcome to the show to Freddie Flintoff, everybody. Yes. Freddie does have a bit of a reputation as a drinker, but when he was little, oh, such a lovely baby. Really was. Hey, cricket, what an exciting sport, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know, I was watching when England played New Zealand last week, and the crowd, on the edge of their seats. The back edge of their seats. Hey, I'm delighted to welcome back to the show the wonderful Jennifer Lopez. Oh. Known the world over as J-Lo. J-Lo. You know, that sort of nickname works for an American, doesn't it? But when it's done in Britain, not so cool. Like, we get Bojo, Subo, and Oh My God, No. Jennifer is also such a fashion icon. This is probably her most famous outfit. Yeah, bright green with a daring plunging neckline. Where have I seen that before? Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be having music from the stars of Once! But first, it's my favorite comedian, Would I Lie to You? It's David Mitchell! Woo! Come this way, come this way. Hello, sir. You're very welcome. Have a seat. How's that for a guest? It's Freddie Flintoff! Wow! Hello, sir. Very nice to see you. Have a seat, too. There's Freddie. And now it's time to say H to the L to the low to J-Lo! Oh! Hello, lady. No. Are you thinking else, bitch? No. Oh! Yeah, I'm pleased you're all here, but I'm especially pleased you're here. No, because there's something about you. There's something about, like David, Freddie, lovely people. You're very good at what you do, but I could see you just walking down the street. Like, you couldn't be sat in the audience. People would go, why is there an international superstar in the audience? You couldn't walk in Pret a Manger.
Thank you. I can walk down the street sometimes. I do.
People going, oh my God, there's an international superstar. Now, Jennifer, you know what cricket is. Cricket It's like, it's...
Is that the one with the things on the floor and you put them with the balls? And
No, that's
stuff?
croquet. We don't have an international croquet star.
Right. I don't know.
We could have.
He cancelled.
Yeah. No. No. Cricket. It's like you know, because in Jenny on the Block, you were playing. Now, what's that? Is that baseball?
That was
softball?
stickball.
Stickball. That's a bit like cricket, isn't it?
It's hard to it's
It's
hard
not like
to explain.
baseball.
It's probably the closest sport in America is baseball, but cricket it lasts 5 days. We break every now and then for food, and we spend a lot of time rubbing our balls on our trousers.
He's not even joking.
Why do you say it's like baseball, though? I've never seen a cricket match, so I don't know.
I think just because there's a ball when you try and hit it, I think that's the only
gotcha.
With a
similarity.
stick. You hit it with a stick.
And you run bases as well?
You run in between wickets on a pitch. In between the
Yeah, you go
popping
back and
crease.
forth?
Yeah.
Like basketball.
Yeah, and there's...
Yeah, it's like a cross between the two.
Got it.
And
Yeah,
there's-
keep talking to me because I'll be
Yeah.
going, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah, just
Yeah.
like that, I think, yeah.
It's a hard sell, isn't it?
It really is a hard time. No, because, of course, you're not the only sex object on the couch, Jennifer Lopez. Is she, David? Because Freddie Flintoff is also very, very hot. He's silly.
You are silly.
That's mean.
I know.
Yeah, he's mean and stupid. No, wait till you see. Look at him. This is you boxing. Hello. You look like a waxwork there.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, like boxing, you go for a weigh-in and you turn up in a room full of men in your pants. It was like... I got to meet him for the first time and we were sat there chatting away. This fella's from America, he'd been sent down for GBH, he'd been shot 4 times, he was a debt collector. And he said, what about you, Fred? Well, yeah, I used to play cricket, you know. We used to stop for sandwiches. I'm really good at this.
He must have been so humiliated then when you won.
Oh, it's ended his career, isn't it?
Do you think you'll ever do it again? No.
No. No, I ripped my shoulder afterwards. I had to have surgery. So it's the ultimate get-out, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like you're going to get injured on that couch. You injure yourself a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I had surgery playing cricket 15 times, and trust me, to have surgery playing cricket, stood in a field, is quite an effort.
Yeah. But actually, I tease you, David, but you do have a sort of online fan base of ladies.
Well, I wouldn't call it a fan base, but I've been on television, and consequently, someone on the internet has said they fancied me. I mean, it's inevitable. If you're on television, there will be someone. There are 8 billion people in the world. Someone fancies everything. So it's just thanks to technology, I'm able to receive a message from a stranger who doesn't find me disgusting. Or does find me disgusting, but that's what turns them on.
Woo! Yeah, ego boost. Hey, Jennifer, you are incredibly busy at the moment.
Right now, yes.
Yeah, you just finished a world tour, new single out, album on the way, business ventures.
Yes.
And on top of that, you're doing what a lot of people would find a full-time job. You've got twins.
Yes.
5-year-old twins.
Yes, I do.
They are
Best
very
thing.
cute. Max and Emmy.
Yes.
And now, I've heard you talking about that even at 5, you can see kind of the real difference between, like, a boy and a girl.
Oh, my God. From when they were very, very small, I could see it. I actually understood men and women more. I realized that men really do think differently than women from the onset, from the go. It's just like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do you need an operation?
I talk with my hands, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's definitely a different way of thinking. So like they're both learning how to walk. And my daughter, my son is like starts 2 weeks before my daughter. I remember it very clearly. And he kind of just starts to go down the stairs, down the stairs. Does it every day for 2 weeks. Okay, my daughter's like 2 weeks. Toe, back, toe, foot, back. And then 2 weeks later, she just walks down the stairs. Do you know what I mean? So I broke it down to, which, I don't know, sometimes sounds good, doesn't sound so good, that women think or tend to overthink and men do not think at all. And they both have pros and cons.
feel like we're loose women now.
But they both have pros and cons because I think women tend to overthink. So then you kind of forgive guys a little bit for being...
Oh, so that's nice. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it teaches you. It's nice. It's a
Yeah.
good thing.
And because, Freddie, you've got three
kids.
kids.
I've got a daughter who's 8, Holly, and the boys are 7 and 5, Corey and Rocky. And very different. Rocky, when I called him Rocky, I didn't expect a Justin Bieber fan.
In fairness, Freddie, what the hell did you expect?
No, they're very different. He's into singing, dancing. He got a drum kit for his 5th birthday.
So cute.
I actually went to see Justin Bieber in concert, and we got a meet and greet, and it was the most bizarre thing ever. It was in this big queue, and this big American fella gave us a briefing. He says, you can't touch Justin, don't ask him for autographs, don't kiss him. I said, mate, I've been to Buckingham Palace, we didn't get this. This is an 18-year-old lad.
Yeah, but what did you do at Buckingham Palace? Maybe the words got round when you tried to get off with the Queen.
He's a big kisser, Freddie. Are they so young? Do they remember you playing cricket?
I hope not.
They were good.
Yeah, the boys, they've got no idea. They're not quite sure what Daddy does. I take them to school most days, and all the other parents have got suits on, they're going to work. I go home and watch the History Channel Storage Wars. Amazing programme. But they think I used to work for Morrison's supermarket because I've done an advert. So we go in the supermarket expecting discount, or they think a fashion designer with Giacomo. But yeah, it's fun though with the kids. Amazing.
Because, David, you have a brother, but you were an only child for quite a long time.
Yeah, well, yes, he's 8 years younger than me, so I was very much defined as a human before my parents said that I was going to be lucky enough to have a younger brother or sister, at which point I was extremely sceptical as to whether this was a good thing, I must say.
How did they break it to you?
But they said they broke it to me like it was good news, like it was I must say now I love my brother very much. We get on very well. But when you're 7 or 8, they said to me, OK, you know how you like having friends round to sort of play, and that's a nice thing? Well, you're going to have a brother or sister to play with all the time. And immediately this just didn't work mathematically. Because when you're 7 years old, you're not interested in playing with 6-year-olds or 5-year-olds. Never mind 0-year-olds. I was aware that in some months' time, a creature who could not yet speak would arrive, and they would be useless at pretending to be Doctor Who. So I proposed that the whole thing be called off. But apparently that wasn't possible.
I think when you have kids as well, you're not expecting Google, are you? Because when my kids get up to the age where they're going to Google my name, I've got some explaining to do. It's like the search engine, it's going to be a tricky time.
You'll hear some of those stories later, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I won't spoil them for you now.
Okay.
They're good. Now, the last time you were here, Jennifer, was as an actress.
Yes.
But now you return as a pop star.
Yeah, I have different moments.
Yeah. And the new single, Live It On, that's released on the 20th... Oh, it's out, 26th May.
Yeah, it just came out.
And the album, there is an album.
It's not done yet. It'll probably be out in November.
Okay, also...
Yeah.
Are you still doing that now?
I'm still working on it, yeah.
Now, your boyfriend, Casper Smart, he choreographed the video.
Yes, yeah.
And is it awkward when it's your boyfriend teaching you routine, kind of saying, not like that?
No, it's not awkward. It's fine. Like, we kind of collaborate on it. You know what I mean? It's basically like they show me something and I'm like, oh, I like that, let's change this, let's do that. You know, it's about, I think at the end of the day, they want me to feel comfortable.
Do you do exactly what you want?
A lot of the time.
That was very good, Jennifer.
Thank you.
What you were doing, excellent.
Listen, you want people who are going to tell you, you know, you don't look good doing that. Stop that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Things like that, or like, this is really good on you, we're going to change this step, or whatever. Yeah, for
Never
sure.
do that again.
Yeah, don't ever. I know where it's going. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to... where it's going is we're going to watch a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to watch it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to watch a bit and listen to it and everything.
Wow.
It's in colour. a disco whistle.
The disco whistle.
I love the disco. I haven't heard a disco whistle in 1,000 years.
I know, they said that on the radio today when I was on the radio. They were like, a disco whistle.
And now, if people miss the World Tour, there are a couple more chances to see you live. Tomorrow night, you're in Twickenham.
Yes.
For the Chime for Change?
Chime for Change.
Chime for Change.
Yes, Chime for Change.
And if people can't get to Twickenham, that is also on BBC One tomorrow night at 10:50.
Yes. Yes. It's
You look,
true.
You look
yes.
doubtful.
That's Saturday, actually.
Oh, yeah, which is tomorrow. Because...
You tape ahead. You don't air the same night.
Yeah, right. How popular time travel is. They're like, oh, we're in a different day. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But then, in July 14th, you're in Hyde Park.
I am.
Now, is that just a Jennifer Lopez concert?
No, I'm actually there. Lionel Richie and I will both be there that night. I guess it's part of a festival that happens in Hyde Park through the summer, yeah?
Okay.
I'm excited about it,
yeah.
actually. I'm doing more of a full show there, probably an hour and a half, something like that.
Finish on time. That's my only tip to you.
Okay.
No, they do. Don't they? They come
They
in
shut
and
you down?
Yeah, they just pull a plug.
Yeah, I follow the rules pretty much. That's okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, Freddie Flintoff, I'm told, this is a very big summer for cricket. But I would have thought every summer was big for cricket. So what makes this summer bigger for cricket?
It's the Ashes this summer. We play Australia every 2-3 years. And in our sport, it's probably the biggest prize to beat Australia.
So the Ashes is the big match?
It's this match between Australia and England.
It'd be like the
match.
World Series type thing for
Okay.
baseball.
Yes.
Our World Series are equivalent.
Right. Got it.
What are the Ashes? Ashes of what?
Oh, you try your nuts off and then the trophy's about that big.
You know, the trophy's
a little
like an
urn.
egg cup.
It's an urn with the
Very
Ashes.
little? You have it?
No, they
Did you
don't
win it?
give it as we've won it.
Yeah, but you don't have it.
Nah, they wouldn't trust it with me.
But it's the Ashes of what?
I'm boring myself now. The first time they were played between England and Australia, they got the bails, they got the stumps, 3 stumps in the grass, and you got to knock them over to get someone out. And on top stands these little things called bails. And then listen to this, right? I get this reaction about cricket everywhere. And the bails on top. And the first time they played together, they burnt them and put them in a little urn. And that is
That's
the
what you
Ashes.
win.
I'd love to make
And
up
that's what you
something more
play.
elaborate, but that's it.
And that's what you play for, whatever
Yeah.
you burnt that was knocked down.
Not enough.
It's effectively an ashtray.
Not enough sports use the incinerated remains of a tiny piece of sports equipment as their trophy. It's surprising that, in football it could be a sort of an old knackered boot. There's too much money in sport and not enough wrecked gear.
No, the other thing is, what strikes me is this is the first time the Ashes have been in Britain since you played. So it's the first time you'll be watching. Having played it for, is it 16 years you were professional?
Yeah, I left school at 16, turned professional, and then retired 2009 when I was 31.
It's a long time to be a professional athlete.
Oh, tell me about it, yeah.
It's a long career.
Yeah, are you glad it's over? Or will you miss it?
I still miss it. I think I'll miss it when I'm 50 or 60. It's what I wanted to do since being a child, but it's changed a lot. Because when I first started, it wasn't particularly professional in the mid-90s. There was no real training, and it was very much a social sport. You'd have a pint with the opposition afterwards, and you'd have about 9 more and then play. Where now these guys have become proper athletes. They've got ripped bodies, not like the big beer bellies we used to have. So it's changed a lot, but I love my time. I wouldn't swap it to play now, but I thought I'd have a bit more left in me.
Yeah. And it strikes me, too, that because it's a team sport, that's kind of, even more than playing, that's the bit you miss, is kind of just hanging out. Like
just in the dressing room.
Yeah.
The dressing room's amazing, because in cricket, you sit there some days for 5 hours and you don't do out. You watch a bit of TV and catch up on Coronation Street Omnibus, and then off you go and have a bat. And there's always things going on. It's like a place where adults behave like kids, and then you go home into the real world afterwards. It's good fun.
What was the time, were you a young player when a ball did... Were you not wearing a box or something?
No, a box is like a cup. In your tummies.
A jock strap.
Yeah, jock strap, but it's like a protective.
It's protective.
Yes.
Yeah, it protects.
Yeah, it's like a cup. Like,
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
One of my first games for Lancashire, I was a young professional, not meant to say or do anything. and I was playing, and about second ball, I got hit in the cup, the box. But these things, like, technical advances...
But it protected you.
Whoa. Technical advances in equipment's been good, but the box has remained the same. It's like a soap dish with holes in it. And I got hit in it, and what should have been inside was, like, dangling through the holes. It wasn't pretty, so I went inside, and the coach at the time gave me a pint of ice water to dangle them in, and I was sat there, icing myself. And I put it down, and one of the lads came in. He'd just been doing some training, and he was a bit thirsty, a bit parched. He said, "Oh, Freddie, is that your water?" I said, "Oh, yeah." So, handed it to him, and refreshed himself.
Oh. Disgusting.
Did he comment as to the flavour? Sort of go, this is something about this water. There's something... It's infused with energy.
Isotonic.
Yeah. Now, the other thing, Freddie, is obviously you have this amazing kind of sporting legacy. You know, the awards, the Ashes, you know, it's an amazing career. As we were saying, it's a really long sports career. And yet, I feel a lot of your legacy, and I don't mean this badly, will sort of be associated with quite, well, liking a drink and not judging in any way. I spend most nights in a dog bed. I'm not even joking. But you really did like hitting the bottle, didn't you?
Yeah. No, there was certain times to do it, which I didn't usually find.
2005, the day after you win the Ashes. Like, this is unbelievable. Was there no one in charge? Was there no one saying, actually, we're going to Downing Street, we really must stop drinking?
Well, no. We'd finished this game against Australia, these Ashes. We keep harping on about these. And after, you have a drink with the opposition. So we're having a drink in the dressing room, and about 11:30 went back to the hotel, and a lot of the lads went into London, down the West End, living it up. But I had mates, so I just stayed in the hotel bar with my mates. It was 8:30 in the morning before I knew it. And the manager came down and said, go and get...
There's big bits of this story missing, aren't there?
For me as well. Well, I went back to my room, and my wife was, she was slightly concerned, and she put me in a bath, and I thought, oh, it must have won yesterday, this is all right, isn't it? She put me in a blazer and tie and put me on a bus, and I thought I was going to school or something. I thought, what's going on? We got on this bus and went through the streets of London, hundreds of thousands of people. I thought, like, the sales run at Selfridges, it's really busy. We went to 10 Downing Street.
OK, we've got a picture of you arriving at 10 Downing Street.
I think you always did a good job.
That was me on the left.
We can almost smell you from here.
The worst thing about it was, though, we was on the bus, we went to Lords after that, and about 8:30, I conked out on the bus, fell asleep. And a lot of the lads were getting things signed, so there was marker pens on the bus. And I was getting off, and one of my best mates, Steve Armisen, one of our teammates, as I was getting off the bus, he's put, like, his blazer over my head to shield me from, like, the photographers. It's like Michael Jackson or something. I've gone back to my room, and I've looked in the mirror, and I started wiping the mirror. It was on my head, he'd written "can't" with a U across my forehead, and "twit" with an A down my nose. And that was picked up in all the papers the next day, so another really good day for the family.
I think it was this picture that was in the papers the next day.
I'm going to go now.
Oh, God.
Because it was indelibly.
Yeah, I've grown up since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy time. Is it true, the thing about you talking to Serie Blair?
I asked her what toilet was. I did the toilet, I asked her what a toilet was, and then I had a wander around the house. It's massive inside. I thought it was like a terrace, but it's huge. I I got kicked out of the cabinet room. I was sat at the head of the table pretending I was Prime Minister. And I had my feet on the table. Saying, what about you, Home Secretary? And then the guard came and he says, all right, Fred, you've had your fun.
Amazing. Now, I must mention that League of Their Own, it's back in the summer. You've filmed
We filmed a new series. It's great fun, to be honest. It's not like doing a TV show. You just sit with your mates. Jack Whitehall's sat next to me.
Yeah, no, it's a funny show.
Yeah, we turn up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and have wine club and then go and do the show. It's great fun.
He's much better behaved now.
Yeah, it's like...
His wine club.
Used to be rum.
Well, listen, we look forward to that series, and here's hoping England can keep the Ashes without you.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Really? They'll be
fine.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Very good. Now, other exciting news. David Mitchell, he's written a book, Jennifer.
He
has. Now, it used to be in this really awkward hardcover, and it was really quite expensive and heavy to carry. So they've brought out this lighter paperback version.
Love that.
Isn't it good? Look at that.
It's a breakthrough for the media.
It really is.
Yeah.
Now, David, walking is kind of the basis of the book in a way, because you go and walk and then he sees things, they remind him of bits of your life and you tell your story that way.
Yeah.
But presumably when you walk around, don't you just get stopped all the time?
No, I'm largely on Channel 4, you know. It's not what it was. No, I do get stopped a bit, but not... When you're walking around briskly, and it's important to walk around briskly, not that many people take notice of you, but occasionally people do sort of spot me from the television, and usually they say nice things, but it doesn't matter what they say, I'm too socially awkward to enjoy it. Absolutely, in general, every encounter I sort of go into feeling, oh, this is odd, other people are watching, I'm annoying people who haven't noticed me, you know, I'm not coming across as genuine, I'm overthinking this. It's very much a feminine trait. I definitely think it through, and then afterwards I think, oh, I wish I was a nicer person. They're all disappointed. They thought I might be nice, and now they think, oh, he's at best awkward, and at worst unpleasant.
Yeah, but I like in the book you talk about how you get to kind of familiar faces quite early on when you meet Robert Webb and Olivia Colman. Now, Olivia Colman, she's suddenly skyrocketed. She's a fabulous actress. And she was on the show a couple of weeks ago. I so wish I'd read this book before she'd been on. Because I love the story about you were in a play called The Miser with her.
Yes, we were in
Was it theatre and education, going around schools?
Yes, basically. When we just sort of left university, we were doing this tour of production of The Miser going around schools, and there were just 4 of us in it, and we'd been doing it for months and months and months, and we'd got a bit... We'd lost respect for the... We'd lost respect for the art. You know, it's the worst thing you'd do as an actor. So we would get quite giggly in this show quite often, particularly as you'd go to a school, and sometimes we went to quite posh schools sometimes where the pupils were extremely obedient, but basically, as far as you could tell, brain dead. Marshalled in, they'd sit there miserably throughout the whole production and then be marshalled out. So, you know, you weren't even sure that they were still alive while you tried to perform this supposedly funny play. And so, in the absence of any laughter from the audience, we would start to provide it ourselves and become increasingly hysterical during this production. And there was one moment that was a particular problem that would make us all laugh uncontrollably, which is when I would come on stage as a new character wearing a bow tie. And this is a bow tie I'd had to tie in the wings in the dark without a mirror. So I had no real sense of what it looked like. And everyone on stage would be sort of bracing themselves for how stupid this bow tie would look. And it seems like quite a small thing, but if you're incredibly bored of doing a play time after time, all you can think about is, I wonder what Davy's bow tie will look like today. And it got to the point that whatever it was like, it was hilarious. If it was a bit skew-if, that was hilarious. If it was ridiculously misshapen, that was hilarious. If it was fine, that was even more hilarious. And on one particularly dismal performance at a school with particularly brain-dead children, I came on stage with the bow tie in some way... I never saw what it was like myself. And Olivia Colman pissed herself. Just literally opened her bladder there in the middle of the scene. it was... I've never before or since have I seen anyone actually piss themselves live. And there's a lot more piss in a human than you'd expect. Really... It was really loads.
Did the kids react?
As far as I can remember, they didn't really react.
Did they not notice?
I don't think they did. I noticed. I particularly noticed the point when it started to overflow her shoes. And at that point, I realised that the stage was rigged. It started to head gradually towards the front row, but they never seemed to notice at all.
Oh, my God.
David's written a book about his life.
Yes.
Jennifer, the other thing, because I mean, you know, I knew you had perfumes.
Yes.
And stuff, and they were worth millions of dollars and da-da-da.
We've done good with the perfumes.
But are you like at Forbes' most powerful list, which is like the business magazine?
Yes.
You're like #1 for the celebrity.
Yeah, last year I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, that is quite an achievement.
It was awesome. I didn't expect it.
Well, you kind of should, because there's the acting, there's singing, there's the perfume, but on top of that, you can get Jennifer Lopez bed linen, sportswear, dresses, handbags, jewelry, shoes, sleepwear. Are you always looking for new ideas?
Not really. I think.
Say you are.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Because may I draw your attention to a website, patentlysilly.com.
Okay.
These are real things. People all over the world are constantly trying to invent new things, and they lodge patents for the ideas, right? So now, David, you've done lots of voiceovers.
I have.
Yes.
Yes.
So if I give you these to read out, right? These are little, you know, just little pitches,
Okay.
and we'll give you some selling music.
Improv.
And if you do number 5 down there, number 5 down there.
Okay.
These are real. People really thought they could
Got it.
sell these. Okay. Product number 1.
Do you enjoy playing golf but find your lack of arms is a drawback? Then you need this telescopic putter-mounted to headband.
Now, I might understand this if he didn't have arms.
Right. I see the arms there.
He's not even holding a drink. You play golf, don't you?
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Yeah. Well, is there? There's no use for that, is there?
I don't think so, but I'm a shocker. I get roped in them late night things where they say, get your abs here, and I'm on form, me, go on then.
Do you really buy those things that can dissolve a penny?
I bought loads of crap in my time.
By the way, Jennifer, can you understand what Freddie's saying?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I feel like I'm really hanging in there.
It's a nice noise, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
It's a nice noise. It's like a cat purring beside you. Yeah. All right. Let's have the next one, David.
Okay. Still using an old-fashioned toothbrush? Try a more industrial solution with this high-pressure water spray device for cleaning teeth.
You're going to drown.
I feel like I have one of those.
No.
The spray thing?
You have to plumb it in, presumably. It has to have if there's water coming out of it, there's only so much there'd have to be a hose attached to the bottom of it, wouldn't there?
No, it has like a little canister, and you fill it up with water, and then you like, and then it's into your mouth. It sprays the water. You guys don't have this
You're the most powerful businesswoman in the world.
Now, the next one, because you're a mother.
Yes.
Do you mind doing the voiceover for the next one?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. So we just have some music.
Is your baby happy and well-adjusted? Change all that in an instant with this eye-catching and fun baby bottle accessory.
Now, this is every shade of wrong. There'll be therapists in the queue at the supermarket who go, are you buying that? Take my number. Your kid will need it. And my favourite bit of this, so someone's drawn this diagram, da-da-da. The bear is wearing a little label that says, God loves me. That is creepy.
God loves me, no one else does.
And our final one, David, our final one.
Okay. Guys, want to make love but can't quite get in the mood? She'll never suspect a thing with this handy and discreet device for treating erectile dysfunction.
Don't come in yet! In a minute!
That's actually a very good product.
funny pages. Now, before we welcome back the big red chair for tonight's stories, it is time for some music. Now, this is a special treat. Now, Jennifer, I know you like to go to musicals.
Yes, I do.
Okay. 'Cause in fact, I saw you at the Book of Mormon on Broadway.
You did not.
Did I know? Okay, I didn't.
Pippin?
You weren't in it. You weren't in it or anything.
No. I'm actually going to see Book of Mormon next week.
How funny.
That's how I know I haven't seen it yet.
We'll get a big surprise when you're sat there going, I have seen this! It'd be like Freddie. But like, oh, I know, I did do this. All right, well, have you seen Once?
No.
It won the Tony a few years ago, and I was lucky enough to see this on Broadway. I just loved it. It's based on the film of the same name, and it's now opened in the West End. So, here performing the Oscar-winning song, Falling Slowly, please welcome Srenka Zviteršić and Declan Bennett, the stars of Once!
I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. Words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. Games that never amount to more than their amount will play themselves out. Take their sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hope for us. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I sing it Take it all. When I play the cards too late, now you're gone.
Once, everyone! Very good! Come and join me, you guys. Come on over. Oh. Beautiful job. Absolutely lovely. Yeah. Oh, hello, sir. Come sit down, sit down. Sit down. Very good. Right.
So, it's Declan Bennett and then Srenka?
This is the best anybody ever did.
You're kidding. And this is
Thank
rubbish. Srenka Zviteršić.
The best, trust me.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you say it, though?
Zrinka Cvitosic.
Oh, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
You're quite good. I was saying to the guys, I love this show, but it's very hard to explain to people because I've seen it a couple of times, and you just end up bawling in tears, and yet it's such a kind of gentle, bittersweet story because it's so.
It's really delicate. Isn't
Yeah,
it? It's got like a really
and yet
little...
it just packs such a punch.
Yeah.
I'm a little teary now.
See.
No, you really should know.
I'm dying to see.
Well, it's still on Broadway as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, go see it there.
I will.
Yeah, because you've seen them already.
That's right.
Listen, congratulations, great reviews. The show is on at the Phoenix Theatre, and it's on. That's
It is. We just extended our booking period till May 2014. So.
He's on it. He is on it. Seriously, go see it. Go see it. Right. Just time before we go to have a couple of stories in the big red chair. So who do we have? Hello.
Hi.
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 I remember this from last time.
Yeah. Well, why don't you do that and tell you what happens?
Do it right now?
Do it right now, see what happens.
I remember this from last time.
Yeah.
Can he come back now? Oh, he's finished? That's not...
You spared us a lot there. I didn't want to be cruel, but oh, Jennifer wanted to try the thing. I'm really sorry. Another one. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Eve.
Eve? Where are you from, Eve?
I live near Twickenham.
Twickenham, lovely part of the world. You should go there, Jennifer. It's very nice.
I'll be thinking about doing it tomorrow.
Oh, yes! On it. Very good. Forbes list. You can see why. Sorry, Eve. Off you go with your story.
Okay, so I was walking down the road and I didn't have a lot of time to get ready. So as I was walking past a window...
The couch.
We're like,
The couch decided.
We took a poll.
Okay, one final one. Here we go. Quick. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's good to know. What's your name?
Caroline.
Caroline. And where do you live, Caroline?
I live in Middlesex.
All right. And what do you do there?
I'm a nanny, but not for long, maybe on Monday after this story.
Okay. I don't think that's the sort of thing the BBC should be broadcasting.
Okay, off you go with your story.
Long time ago, I went on a blind date. Didn't start very well. I got put on by a pigeon at the train station, drank far too much wine, and he decided it'd be a really good idea to go see a late-night movie in Leicester Square. So, having fallen asleep in the cinema, I thought, go to the loo, get myself together, come back, thought, I'm losing this guy here. So I sat down and started having a little fumble in his lap. And this girl leaned forward and said, excuse me, what are you doing, my boyfriend? I'm feeling up the wrong guy. My date is 5 rows behind. So I had to apologise without getting punched in the face and then stagger back up the stairs to my guy who just looked at me like, no, I don't think so. And that's my story.
You can walk. You can walk. Good story. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can. Just contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to my guests tonight. Declan Bennett, Zrinka Zvidosic, David Mitchell, Freddie Flintoff, and Jennifer Lopez. Join me next week with music from Robin Thicke featuring Pharrell, comedian Mickey Flanagan, ex-Downton Abbey star Dan Stevens, and Nashville star Hayden Panettiere. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Graham changes roles and becomes the guest when he joins Grimmy's Breakfast Show Tuesday on BBC Radio 1. Comedy in the right way here on BBC 1 Next and on BBC 3 Family Guy.